It's cold out. I put lights up yesterday. My
It's
God.
cold outside.
Hello, everyone. Marty Ken here along with my buddy Ken Brown. We're your hosts of the local sports wrap-up here on Wyandotte Cable Channel 15. Today is December 6th. It's a Monday, and it is the year 2021. Ken, haven't seen you in a week. How you been?
Doing well.
Did you make your way down to Indianapolis to see that football game?
No, only because tickets were really, really expensive.
Did you pre-check them on the phone? Is that what you did before you went?
Yeah, but my buddies went, right? So my buddies had an opportunity to go. And what they did is they ended up getting tickets right after the game started. They got in for about 180, 188. So they all made it into the game, and they celebrated with Michigan as they went on to beat the crap out of Iowa 42-3.
I was at a dinner dance. I was watching the phone. Have you ever watched the phone through Gamecast?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir? Okay. It is a hard way to watch a football game because there's like 45 seconds between everything going on. And when there's, and the other thing, Fox shows that the TV time outs are just brutal.
Yeah.
They last forever. So it's hard. You're staring at your phone, nothing's happening. And then all of a sudden, it just shows a little beam, and it says 75-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
And you got to read in the little box what happened, you know, with the handoff or the bomb.
Yeah.
You know, what was that? Was that a
flea flicker or something?
Okay.
Yeah.
The guy like ran around the end and launched it because it was a wide receiver that threw it.
Yeah,
right?
75 yards. That was a
I
good
was
play.
confused.
Yeah.
I was confused. But
You were thinking it was Gamecast that was wrong. You're like, what's going on? Yeah.
Exactly. And then when I ended up, finally, it got to be 14-0, and I said, I can put my phone down now. I think they're okay.
Yeah.
And I kept checking it every now and then. But Gamecast is for the diehard serious guy that can't see it on his phone because he didn't have the... my Fox Sports app was showing some wacky tailgate party. It wouldn't show any plays. It would show the huddles, and then it would block away to the four guys that were in the tailgate party. And I think it was two ex-Michigan guys. Okay. And then they'd stand up and cheer when something good happened, but you could never see it. No. So I was like, what is? I got to find another app.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird way to watch it. But you got the gist, right?
I got it. Yes. And I was out on a dinner date, union dinner dance with Mama. So it was good. Yeah. But I did get home in time to see the ending, and they scored 42 points there 2 weeks in a row, took care of Iowa. Real quick, what do you think? Now they got to play Georgia.
Yeah. I think that I watched the Georgia-Alabama game, and Georgia did look beatable, right? Yeah. All season they looked unbelievable. You know, their defense looked really tough. But then Alabama put it on by 14. I think it was 41-27. So I think that they got the better draw by getting Georgia compared to Alabama. Now I think that Go Blue kids or Go Blue people are more like, I wish we got Cincinnati. Everybody wants Cincinnati, right?
Yeah.
But I think it was also weird that game moved from Miami to Miami from Texas. The difference in ticket costs, because I've looked, is $600 to get in the stadium in Miami, where it would have been $125 to get in Dallas.
Wow.
All right, so the cost for Michigan fans went up astronomically to go to that game in Miami. Then if they win that, they actually go back to Indy.
You think it has anything to do with it? You know, a lot of people in Florida are Michiganders, and not as many in Texas, though they are down there, that they would be able to sell more tickets, or do they allocate the same amount for each school?
I believe the schools get the same amount, and I don't think that it has much to do with the Michigan moving to Florida because of weather.
I didn't know that game got moved.
Well, it's based on the seating, so that 1
Oh.
and 4 game was always going to be in Texas, and then that
Oh,
2 and 3
okay.
game was always going to be in Miami.
Gotcha.
You know, and Miami's a lot more expensive than Texas. On New Year's Eve is actually the game, right? So how many people are just going to Miami for New Year's Eve? So
What a good time that would be. I told my daughter she's not getting tickets. Sorry, honey. I love you dearly, but you're not getting tickets.
But do they do like a student discount?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
we
know.
should have her look into it, and we could just put them
Well,
online.
Kimmy said just the opposite. She said, you know, we can always get you down there to see how much tickets are. Maybe you and your friends want to go. Stop.
Yeah.
But that's all right. I love them both.
Yeah.
Love them both dearly.
Yeah.
So go blue. I mean, that's cool. Secondly, one other thing that was a big weekend thing, Detroit Lions won a football game.
Get out of here.
Yeah, get out
outta
of
here.
I was shocked as that. I was putting up Christmas lights Sunday. And it started to rain about 3:15, so I came in, and saw the last 30 minutes on and off. They won it on the last play of the game, 11-yard touchdown.
And they scored 29.
And they scored 29.
Yeah,
Somebody
it's a good
was
number.
lucky to win the 29 pool. Not that we condone any type of that activity. It's a game of chance.
Yeah, well, the Lions, they were due, right? 0-10-1. They definitely had crapped the bed multiple times on the last drive of the game. So it was good for them to get a win. It'll be interesting to see if this win translates to momentum of them winning again, because now they kind of know how to win. They can see how to finish. Or will they be back to the same old Lions this weekend?
And it was one of the few times that they literally had the ball at the end. Every time they've lost on 65-yard field goals or stuff like that, they didn't have the ball at the end, So it's interesting that they got the ball. Now, there's a lot of things happened in that game, but again, we're a local sports wrap-up. We just dabble in the professional stuff every now and then. Basketball season for the girls kicked off. Winter sports kicked off, and we have some scores.
I'll start.
You start.
Yeah, I got Farmington Mercy. They beat Trenton. Ready for this? 50-10.
50-10.
50-10. Girls basketball. Now, Mercy's always good in sports. Obviously, it's one of the Catholic League schools. All girls. They get the better athletes, things of that nature.
But Trenton's usually a pretty solid unit downriver.
Yeah, and I know it. Maybe 2 years ago, Trenton definitely won downriver because we were kind of stoked about it. It may have been last year, to be honest, because it took them a long time to break through after our kids graduated. But Trenton lost 50-10. Woodhaven beat Flat Rock 48-28. Allen Park actually won the second game. They beat Garden City 46-27.
Yeah, I have an interesting little tidbit about their first game. Their first game they played Fortson Tractors over there in Dearborn, and they lost their first game 59-17. And that just, Fortson must be tough. They have who they have? Batul Rita, she scored 19, and Milan Berry scored 15. The highest score that Allen Park had was 5.
5, wow.
And that girl scored those 5 in the first quarter. Little tidbit for Allen Park. They scored 9 in the first quarter, and then they scored 2 going out for the next 3 quarters. So that's only 9 and 6 is 15. Yeah. Oh, and then I think they had 2 free throws. Okay. They only made 1 field goal in the second quarter, 1 field goal in the third quarter, and 1 field goal in the fourth quarter. Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay. And they talked something about bricks.
Yeah, they're building houses around there all day. Yeah, they had to be.
Man, I don't want to pile on Allen Park too bad because they are clients of mine. But that just shocked me. So they did rebound and score a few more the second game.
And actually took the win. So that may even speak to how the Tractors are. The Tractors are maybe really good.
I'll say.
But they beat Garden City. Another interesting one, Melvindale beat Lincoln Park 28-20 in overtime. So I'm not sure. Those baskets were premium.
Cellophane covered?
Yeah, something, yeah. 28-20 overtime. Southgate beat Annapolis 52-39. And then Grosse Ile beat Wyandotte in Wyandotte second game 66-36. Wyandotte actually lost the first game to New Boston 61-22. And the Lady Bears have a little mountain to climb to get out of that funk, it looks like.
Yeah, I think these are all non-league games to start. Yes, maybe not all of them, but
Right. Grosse Ile's not necessarily in Wyandottes Conference, right?
yeah, not necessarily.
But they both downriver teams. But I bet you New Boston is closer to Grosse Ile. But I think the positive is we know Atkins overall, he's a good coach. He's going to get the most out of those girls before the end of the year. In the beginning, you got conditioning and different things that may cause you not to perform as well. And we're hoping that
I'll
they
agree
come out
with
of
that because I'll just say this out loud. We're going to talk a little bowling right now. My bowling is starting tomorrow.
All right.
And I've got 3 returning seniors. I have a 4th returning 10th grader, but she's got to sit out because close contact to someone with COVID. So she's COVID. She's out. But so I've got 4 girls I got to find to put in 2 spots. Okay, I've got my 3 returning. 2 of them are seniors. My Angelita, best bowler downriver. I was going to have her on as a guest today, but I pushed it back.
Okay.
But yeah, we've got 4 girls to put into 2 spots, and it's funny because like last week I was pretty sure I knew who those 2 girls were. That I've got 2 out, so I've got 7 girls. I could bring them all to varsity, and then maybe 2 don't bowl the whole day, or I could send them over on JV tomorrow. But I can't take them from there and throw them in my lineup at the same time. If they start over there, they stay over there. So that's a dilemma right there. I get paid to make that gigantic decision there.
Did you have a bowl off today or something?
Similar. I've been keeping track of their scores like I said, towards the end of last week, I was pretty sure. And today, we bowled a bunch of Baker games because that's what we got to get practiced with, and they were too many opens, but 150 games. You average 150 in the Downriver League and your Bakers, you're going to be okay.
Okay.
Hopefully you could bowl better than that and not worse than that. But I had them all bowl 2 team games, and Angelita's wrist is bothering her, so she's sitting out. We're not going to waste 24 frames on her today when I don't have to worry about her. She gets mad that I tell her all the time I don't have to worry about her, but I don't. She's a gamer. She'll be there when it counts. But out of the 4 girls, they had a hard time getting to 3 digits.
Wow.
And that's not what happened last week. They were shooting 130s and 120s and 140s, which beginner girls, I'll take that all day. I take 120. Yeah. So I got choices to make tomorrow that I'm not ready to make.
Do you guys get there early enough for you to see how they're spinning it before, or you kind of rushing once you get there?
It's 15 minutes of warm up.
Okay.
They'll start at probably 3:15, and that's it. Then we go. So I've got to make the decision. I think I hold 6 and put 1 down over there and because what good am I doing to them if they're sitting watching the varsity when they could just be competing over there?
Yeah.
It just makes more sense. Excuse me. The problem is, which one?
Yeah.
Anyone want to step up and tell me which one? I could flip a coin. Girls, I got a number in my head, 1 to 100. Well, let me know
which one you like. Yeah.
Closest one to the number is sitting out.
Depends on who it is. Yeah.
It's gonna be tough. I like. I mean, who knows? Can't predict the future. But the older girls do it well today in practice, so I'm really happy about that. If they can carry the weaker links till we get it together, it's the same thing. I've got till the end of February.
Okay.
We bowl Tuesday. We got a tournament Saturday.
Okay.
Are we ready for the tournament? No, but I'll bring them all to that because we bowl like 12 Baker games. I just throw them out there. We'll see who can do anything.
Not for me per se, but maybe some people in our audience. Baker's game.
Baker games are fun. Let's say we have a 5-person lineup.
Okay.
Your first bowler will bowl the first frame and the 6th frame.
1 and 6, okay.
And then your second bowler will bowl 2 and 7.
That's 9.
And 3 and 8. So like if I'm lead off and you're second, I'm bowling the first frame and the 6th frame. And then your anchor man bowls the 5th frame and the 10th frame, obviously, because you want her to throw 3 strikes in the 10th if necessary. Or at least mark,
Okay.
she's your best spare shooter too. The thing being, though, is Bakers are funny. I try to put a good 1st, 4th, and 5th, only because the 4th girl strikes and then my anchor bowler strikes, and then my good bowler's a first bowler. If she can strike on top of that anchor, now you're on a 3-bagger, you're going to win that Baker game. You know what I mean? And not only that, my first bowler can throw strikes too, get the game started with a strike.
Yeah.
So I try to just give me marks, fill frames.
Yeah.
The girls, what do you tell them? There's going to be 300 parents behind watching these meets tomorrow, but they're not really watching them. They're just watching. They're watching their kid. Yeah. They're just kind of watching you. So, I got to calm them all down.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Just relax.
Pressure is self-induced in anything you do. Pressure in life, in anything. Pressure is self-induced. If you just can get past, now our deadline's pressure, absolutely. I have a job where if your trophies aren't ready on Saturday,
I lose.
Yeah, I lose.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
but then you don't have them, and then the word gets out on, all of a sudden on Facebook that, Key Awards is terrible. Don't go there. Yeah. So there's pressure there, but again, it's self-induced.
So the 4 and 9 would be the shot before the 5 and 10. Got you. So now you double up. If they get in the 9th frame, they get their strike. Then now you're getting your two strikes.
There's 2 trains of thought. You can put your best bowlers at the end, 3, 4, 5, and then you possibly could, strike 3-baggers all the time. But again, your weaker bowlers, they might only fill, let's say, 4 out of 10 frames or 5 out of 10 frames. You need marks. Marks win games. If you can get 7 marks in a Baker game, you're going to do all right. Even on the boys' side. But the boys, the boys wind it up. The boys shoot 2 10 games and 2 18 games and 2 20 games, but they only average, about 170, 180 because they have opens too. And you only get 2 shots. You throw your shot in the first and you don't get anything like 7 pins, you don't get another shot for 5 frames.
Right.
And then now what are you thinking? Where's your brain?
I got to get
Calm down and make
the
right.
strike.
Don't got it. No,
Yeah.
no, just make a good shot, ladies. Just make a good shot. We can't control what the pins do. We can put it right in there. I've been tapped all my life, okay? I've also carried some hits that shouldn't have been strikes. So they always say it all evens out. And it probably does. A long haul of the 500,000 games I've bowled in my life. I've bowled a lot.
Yeah.
Since I was, 9. So yeah, it's amazing my body's holding up the way it is. Anyway, go Bears. Go Lady Bears over there. We're going to see what happens tomorrow.
Who do you play tomorrow?
Southgate.
Okay.
And she lost 10 seniors.
Last year?
Yeah, between the boys and the girls.
Okay.
So Stacy says that they're not that strong, but you know what? That's why we play the game.
That's right.
I trust no one. You knock more pins down than them, you win.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Yeah, it's that simple. Yeah.
So we had a couple of letters of intent signed this week. We caught on. Donovan Canterbury playing baseball. He was the starting quarterback for the football team for a little bit. And then he signed baseball for Xavier University.
Wow.
Which is, where is Xavier?
It got multiple, but there's Cincinnati, Ohio is probably the one that he's attending.
Okay.
I'm probably betting.
Yeah, he was recruited. I thought I read he was going to be at State, or had signed or had been not a letter of intent.
Maybe committed to State, but then he actually
got a better
signed
deal there.
Yeah, scholarship to Xavier. Good job, Canterbury. Way to go.
Oh, we love coaches in general. As if our kids we coach them up and they get to,
and
proud parents, all of it.
I think he's a pitcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he could rifle it on the football field. So I was like, he's got to be the pitcher, shortstop, stuff like that. But yeah, no, good. Way to represent Downriver and Xavier. We look forward to seeing him.
Yeah. And then in Allen Park, Ethan Jonathan, he soccer boy, and he signed with the University of Indianapolis.
Wow.
Which I'm just going to assume might be It's not obviously not Indianapolis U. Is there no? I'm thinking of
IU,
Indy. Yeah, I'm thinking of Indy.
PI. They got a lot of them over there. Yeah,
Do
yeah,
they?
some weird ones. Yeah.
Okay, you're the college guy. And then I got one more over here. Grosville's Veronica King in soccer. She's going to play for Madonna here locally.
No.
Madonna U.
Yeah, Madonna's got a great facility. I know their softball facility as well as their soccer facility is awesome. Speaking of soccer, though, new Boston Huron Cecilia Hughes, or Cicely. She's going to play soccer at the University of Detroit Mercy, right there on McNichols.
What a
She'll
great...
be on 6 Mile in Livernois, showing her talent.
I do all their name badges, and I've made deliveries there, and that is one of the finest medical facilities for training. You know, they train the physician's assistant program. I do a lot of their stuff, and they're good place to learn to be a doctor.
Yeah, you can come out and make it some scratch being a physician's assistant too.
Yes, you can, and then you get regular hours.
Yeah.
You don't have to be on call and all that stuff.
No, you gotta get smart. Also, Gibraltar Carlson had Araya Sullivan. She's gonna play soccer at Madonna. So we got a lot of football scholarships to celebrate, so that's good. You got a kicker going to Madonna, and you got a kicker going to U of D Mercy, so we got some local talent going to some local schools,
nice.
And that's good. And their parents can come watch them for 4 years, and I think that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, as parents, you can't be prouder when they do that stuff. You've got a girl pitching in college.
Yeah.
You know, mine was bowling for the U of M boys, even though it's a club team. You know, she enjoyed, and well, you know, Julia, she likes to be center of attention anyway.
Yeah.
And then she's bowling, and you know, she held her own.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. You know, it's one thing that you bowl on the boys' team and you can't, because the boys wind it up. You know, they have 2 hands and everything, letting it rip. And for her to hold her own and, you know, be able to fill frames and throw strikes, you know. And I was at one meet, she threw like 8 or 9 in a row. You know, it was awesome.
Right.
So
I think that the part that I like about like college sports is it keeps them organized, right?
Yeah.
Keeps them focused on what they need to do. If you've grown up with a schedule all your life, no better place to go than somewhere where you're free to have some type of routine, right?
Right. No, because that was probably my downfall. Back in the day when I went to Wayne State, I didn't have that kind of structure. I breezed through high school,
right.
And it wasn't even hard for me. And I had AP classes and everything. And to go there and then all of a sudden I had to study. Yeah. You know, you mean what the professor told me wasn't the only thing on the test? What?
Yeah, I got you. and I see it. My daughter that's at A&T, she actually changed her major from biology, Kayla. She changed her major from biology because she wanted to be a doctor, and now she's going to be a biological engineer, right?
Okay.
She's studying engineering and biology. So her class load this time was very difficult. She came home for Thanksgiving for 12 days. I had to search around for this special program that engineers, it's a software for the computer. I talked to Wayne State. I talked to all these different places to get it, and then she ended up just downloading it and it ended up costing us. But anyway, like, it's just a different world when you're studying something tough. You know what I mean?
Julia, yeah. I mean, biochemistry major, same deal. You know, I open up that chemistry book and it's like written in French.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I call those classes, but it was also 40 years ago. I'm a 77 grad, heck. I did a 40-year reunion.
I can't do anything but make calls for you, baby. You want me to call somebody that might be able to help you, that's what I can do. But you're right. Structure means a lot. Yeah. If you grow up with that in your high school program, you'll take it with you. Yeah. It's interesting to say the least. We got some hockey, right? We got a little hockey before we finish things up here? Yeah, why not? So hockey's starting, and Allen Park actually beat Woodhaven on December 1st, 3-1. Carlson tied Etzel Ford 5-5 in overtime, so I guess they couldn't do a shootout or.
That's weird.
Yeah, it says tied in overtime. Novi beat Wyandotte 5-2. Those were all played on December 1st. And then you had Woodhaven beat Trenton 3-1. I thought Trenton was going to be up in that one.
Wow.
And then Ann Arbor, Gabriel Richard beat Wyandotte 2-0. Country Day beat Allen Park 3-0. Carlson actually beat Southgate 6-4. And then tonight, I may have a chance to run over to the Yak and see the Bears play. They're playing right now as we speak. I'm trying to remember who they play.
Southgate? Is that
Is today the 6th? No, they
yeah,
play
today's
Southgate.
the 6th.
Yeah, let's go with.
I don't know.
Southgate.
I
It
think,
is Southgate.
yeah,
Yeah, they
I
play
think
Southgate
Caroline
today.
said Southgate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our producer, Caroline.
Yeah. And then Allen Park will play Riverview Gabriel Richard on the 8th. So hockey's up and ramping, and they're skating around and getting
Girls basketball, hockey. Let's see what else.
Boys
goes on?
basketball's got to be on the horizon as well.
Yeah. And bowling is going.
Bowling.
Is wrestling now, or is wrestling?
It's definitely wrestling season.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Swimming and diving for the boys. Girls just got done.
Okay.
I think that's going on. A lot of sports. And as we wrap up, we could have spent a whole half hour talking about what happened over there in Oxford. Our hearts go out to the parents more than anything. But we didn't. Our show's local sports. That's been covered by every news station, national news, everything, and local news. And we're finding out more and more stuff. Stay informed. Don't get your information from Facebook. Okay? Stay informed if you want to know what's going on in that. And as we wrap up, we want to, next week will be a new thing. As we wrap up, any hit or misses in your little parlay games there? Our ace cameraman, Odd Jones, he's filming right now the musical over at
Wilson Middle School.
Wilson Middle School, which I have sat through on more than one occasion.
Me too.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
Let me say something about the middle school. When you first go in there at 6th, 7th, 8th graders and they're playing those instruments, it's got that little elephant whine sound to it. Don't forget to get a hold of us, Local Sports Travel. But as they progress and they're playing at the high school level, it's so much crisper and so much clearer. So you have to sit through the ear-piercing sounds to get to the good stuff years later. So parents, hang in there that are going to that.
Yeah, and you're just happy that your kid's playing, right?
Doing
in
something.
the beginning, right? But as they got better, and my daughter did orchestra as well, or violin, and it sounded a lot better towards the end.
Nick was a saxophone player, and he was in the jazz band. They used to go to like Cliff Bell's over there and play on a Sunday night.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, it was a couple times a year. You'd have the whole, jazz section in there. It was pretty cool.
But Wyandotte's band in the park is awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever did that, but when the kids will go out there and they'll set up and they'll play for the community, they get down, man. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
So, Mr. D's doing a great job. And I forget the guy's name that starts them out at Wilson. It's I think it starts with a G, but I could be wrong. We have been before. Email us if you want to tell us who it is. We are getting occasional emails, but it's mostly spam from Google. So I'm Marty Ken, Ken Brown here. We will see you next week. Local Sports Wrap-Up. Don't forget to watch. Hi, Mom. How's Dad doing?
He's doing well.
Good. Keep it up, and we will see you next week. Thanks for watching. Go Bears. And go Blue. They don't play. They don't play for 30 days.
No,
They don't play for